Snowcrest Solo, Scene 1 Bravo, Take 2, Mark. So, welcome back to the Board Gameographer. You've made it this far. You've discovered us. So today we are going to be going over a solo mode that I created for a game called Snowcrest. This is a game created by, designed by Philip Dubarry, artwork by Kerry Aitken, and published by Grail Games out of Australia, I believe. So this game is kind of like a Tibetan theme type game, and it does come with its own solitaire mode. So it's not like it doesn't have a solo mode, but the mode that comes with it is a solitaire mode. It's like playing solitaire. You're really not competing against somebody, you're competing against a time frame, but you only have so many actions before you're done with the game. And there's a period of the game they call the rest mode, and in rest mode is where you flip the cards, gain resources, and you start over, with a full set of cards that you have on your tableau. Well, you're allowed 4 of those max, and then to build up that engine to do stuff. So this solo variant, you may still only do 4, who knows, but you're not limited by that 4. So you could do 4, 5, 6 different rest periods to kind of build up that engine in Snowcrest. And you'll see during the playthrough, it gives you that opportunity, and you're also competing against somebody named Tara. Tara is the solo variant that I created that it basically tries to simulate a second player, and it does so by taking resources. Here's an example of what Tara will do. So Tara, which is named after a Tibetan goddess, and so I just felt it appropriate for this game. So, what does Tara do? She maintains her own deck. She gains and loses resources, excluding gold. Gold is the one that she does not. She performs veneration actions. If you have all the resources and everything it needs, you will be able to gain some scrolls. And scrolls are the point values in this game. She can gain juniper. She can initiate a meditation action. She takes cards from the Common Villagers deck. She does not get a player mat or starting resources. She does not track omens. She does not do anything with buildings. Does not gain or discard gold, as I mentioned, and does not gain resources when performing a rest action, just like the player does. So she acts a little different. But the rules are I think, fair for her. I've played it probably 10 times so far, and probably I would like to say I won 50% of the time. I don't think it's that high. It depends. If I play on hard mode, it's like no way. So some of it's the luck of the draw, right? I've had cases where she just got a bad hand, and too bad. And there's other times that she just like completely wipes me out. But anyhow, it's off to the playthrough, and I hope you really enjoy this playthrough and download that solo variant and try it out yourself. Be great. All right, so welcome back. So here we have Snowcrest set up here. I almost have it complete. So I've selected. I put my 4 starting cards where they belong. I gave myself 3 barley. We have one of the farmhouses here. All the resources are put out in place. So we have 6 juniper on the cards for the forest spirit. We have our 3 achievement cards. We have our 5 cards for the common villager market here. And we're starting to get the hand. So the hand for Tara. So some things whenever you start a game, there's a few things that need to be removed. So these are, for example, you can tell by the icon up there, that these are the starting cards, and then there's one additional card. So the starting cards: herder, aristocrat, peasant, pilgrim, and the last one is a gold miner. And what's important to note, I mean, the reason why these are removed, and you'll see also with the other common villagers, is first of all, Tara works off of resources. So here's an example of a card with a resource, and this card happens to have barley. All these cards have no resources, and because they have no resources, they can't be used in Tara's hand. So these are removed from the game. Period. Return to the box. Now these are your common villager cards. The common villager cards that need to be removed are the corrupted priest, great mystic, the poet, and the recruiter. And again, why they're being removed is they have no resources on their top right. Now the poet looks like it has some kind of resource, but all that is a icon that says that whenever a guardian, I can play this card to remove any kind of curse that a guardian may give me. Well, Tara is immune to curses, and this is not a resource. So these are also removed from the game. So that leaves just these cards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of the base cards that come, for the normal hand. And then Tara also draws 6 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this should give a total of 16. So let's kind of shuffle these as best we can. I'm terrible at shuffling. So it's not bad. All right, so this is her hand. We get to go first. And the first thing we do, of course, we choose 3 cards, or we get 3 cards from our hand. And this is what our hand is. So we have, this is actually pretty good. The priest, the initiate, or the chopper. The chopper is the cheapest. It's 2. I have a total of 3, and 1 makes 4. So I could get the priest. This actually is not bad. It's going to take all my resources, or pretty much all my resources. I'm going to play the priest. And in order for me to play the priest, which is this, and those are the resources I get. I'm going to turn in my 3 barley, along with turning this over. That's 4, and so the priest is in the center. That's actually, it's not my turn. This is how it starts. Now is my turn to go. This is just setting it up. So Tara has her 6. I have my 5. First player, which is me, I'm going to go ahead and go, and I'm going to take the priest and flip him over. So that gives me 2 of these, 1, 2, and 2 barley. Not a lot, but it's something. Oop. Those don't belong there. I'm not so sure why they were there. Okay, now so Tara goes. Now, there are no cards for Tara, so she has to draw 2. The first one is it's going to end up being the bottom card. All we care about is the number 3 on here. Hopefully you can see. All we care about is that number 3. The resource of the first card, the bottom card, does not matter. Then the second card is going to be played, and this is a 4. So the rules state that if the top card, which is a 4, is greater than the bottom card, then you gain this resource. Had the numbers been 4 or 3 and 3, and the resource, or 4 and 4, if they were equal, they would get double the resource. If it were reversed, it was 4 on the bottom and 3 on the top, they would end up losing a resource if they had it. So that's how you play these cards. So that's hers. So she gets a juniper. So now it's back to me, my turn. So I have initiate or chopper. Chopper seems to be pretty interesting. I have those 2, and I can get 2 juniper. Allows me to start building things. Or I can look at this, So I could, you know, the nice thing is, well, I shouldn't say the nice thing is I can go 1, 2, with those two makes 4. I could get something with 4, and that works, that's 6. That's pretty expensive. 4. This gets me, that's kind of, I can use this at early game here. This is a good early game card. I may end up doing that. So I'm going to take a hit on my Omen tracker, bringing it back down to 0, which isn't bad. Get rid of these 2. So that's a total of 4. Now I can play this master card, and you can see it costs a 4 barley, but I get 2 farmhouses out of it. That's pretty good. So I'm going to take that, put it over there, get 2 farmhouses. Okay, so here are some achievements I need to be aware of. This one is probably the one that I really want to go for next. It's got 2 farmhouses, which I have, and then I need to have a forge and a temple. So when I do that, I get 2 of the scrolls. So, all right, so now that was my turn. Now it's Tara's turn. So she discards the bottom, and the top now becomes the new bottom. And it's a 4 and a 2, meaning that it's less than, and we end up losing a resource. Now, juniper is a very interesting resource for Chop, or for this, for Tara. Tara, if she gains a juniper, or several juniper, when she discards, he always discards down to 1 juniper, always keeps 1 juniper. Once you gain juniper, you can never lose less than 1. So I wouldn't be, if there were more juniper, if there were 2 juniper, I would end up getting rid of 1. But since there's only 1, nothing happens. So there we go. That's her turn. So we're good. Now it's my turn. I have 2. I could use this for 2 barley. I really want to play this. I want to get some juniper, because then I can take the juniper and get a house. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to get rid of this peasant. So I'm going to take my 2, I'm going to pay my 2, I'm going to get rid of the peasant, because the peasant doesn't really do anything. It does less than this. So put that down, and of course flip it over, so I get my 2 juniper. And there's my juniper resources. Okay, so that's my turn. Now it's her turn. Get rid of the bottom card. Top becomes the new bottom. And 4, 2, so 4 is greater than, so she gets a bowl. So now she has 1 bowl. Again, this even though there are 2 bowls listed here, we don't pay attention to the number of bowls. All we pay attention to is the resource. In this case, it's a bowl, a offering bowl. So because 4 is greater than 2, she wins the resource, which is an offering bowl. So back to me. See, I have juniper. Oh, I gotta fill this back up. I have juniper. So this allows, if I paid 2, I could try to do that. I could pay with Omen, use a juniper and get, yeah, I think I'll do that, because I get closer to this goal. So I'm going to pay Doom 2, which I'm not happy with, but I'm doing. I'm going to get this then, and I'm going to pay the juniper and flip it over, and I get 1 of these. Okay, that's my turn. I'm almost done. Gonna have to rest soon. So discard the bottom. Top becomes the new bottom. Oh, okay. Whenever you get a, you do the comparison. You know, the top has to be compared to the bottom. If it's greater than or equal to the bottom, you gain the resource. However, there's a special rule that if the top and the bottom are equal, doesn't matter what it is, if the top and bottom are equal, you get double that resource, double the resource you're supposed to get. There's one exception, I shouldn't say an exception, there's one that actually gets even a lot more, but in this case, she's going to get double the resource, so 2 of those. Okay, my turn. So now I have nothing except juniper. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a refresh of my buildings. So that gets me all these buildings back. So I got 3 farmhouses. I still don't have to rest, which is great. But I will on my next turn. Okay, so now it's her turn. Discard the bottom. So I get a 4 and a 3. So this is the special resource, which are prayer bells. Prayer bells are always gained in pairs. So if I gain a resource, which is a prayer bell, I always gain 2. This is where I was saying that if I got a duplicate, like a 3 and a 3, 2, the top and bottom are both 3s, and I had a prayer bell, instead of 2 prayer bells, since they're pairs, I would get twice that amount, which is 4. In this case, the I lose out. Normally, since the top is less than the bottom, I would end up losing this resource. But prayer bells are not lost or discarded in this manner. There's a different way they get discarded, which we'll encounter, I'm sure, during this playthrough. I'm hoping we do. Gotta fill this back in again. I keep on forgetting. Okay, my last turn. I don't have any money or any. Well, I do. I have 3 here. I don't want to give that up. So I have 3. I could buy something. I could buy this. I could. I don't want to take any more hits on my omen. So I want to buy something that's 3 or less, and there's nothing. There's this, but I really don't have a discard pile, or not much of a discard pile. Have I been throwing this into my discard pile? That's a discard pile. Yeah, the discard pile is supposed to be separate from your regular hand. All right, so I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to play this, which gets me 2 barley. Okay, so that gets me some barley. Now it's her turn, so she discards the 4. Here, 4 and 3, so she's greater than, she gets 1 more of those. Okay, my turn. Okay, so since I have 3 in a diagonal or orthogonal pattern, I have to perform a rest action. Now, rest action, I get anything that's face up. I get the resource in the top right corner. Nothing exists, so the only top right corner ones are these normal starting cards. And so that gets me 2 resources. And then these other ones I just turn over. There's nothing I gain from that. Okay. All right. That's it. That's my turn. Okay. So now it's her turn. Gets rid of the 3. Has the 4. Gets a duplicate of 4. Okay. So this is exactly what I was saying. So these are equal. And like I said, when they're equal, you get twice the resource. Prayer bells are always given in pairs, so you get 2 pair, which is 4, which is a lot because in this game, when she reaches 6, that's 4. When she reaches 6 prayer bells, she performs a meditation automatically, and if I can't come up with 7 or 1 more than she has, then she gains 2 scrolls. All right, so that's her turn. She's doing pretty good. Now it's my turn. Oh, that's exactly what I need to do. I'm going to take the priest, flip him over, pay the juniper, and get... So if you look at the priest, the way the priest works is... if I pay a juniper, I get a temple. And I needed a temple because now I have minimum... Now I've made this achievement. And this achievement says that if I have at least 2 barley and 1 each of the hammer and temple, that I get 2 scrolls. So I've done that. I have now completed that achievement, and I get 2 scrolls. Woohoo! I'm getting somewhere too. It's awesome. All right, so that was my turn. Now it's her turn. Discard. So 1 and a 4. So it's less than. Normally I would lose this resource, but again, prayer bells are not lost in this matter, so nothing happens here. So my turn again. So now I'm starting to get something, right? I have these 4 barley, and these 3 I could turn on. So I could actually have 7 barley I could use to spend on something. And we have some really good things here. So we can, I like this guy. The Great Blacksmith. I think I'm going to do the Great Blacksmith. Take 6, so I take 4, 3, 4. 4 of these, and 2 of these. And I'm going to play the Great Blacksmith. The Great Blacksmith gets me 2 back, 2 bells, which is going to be important combating her, and I get a gold, which is a wild. Or I could get a so you can see what I got. Or I could get a forge, which I don't need. So I'm going to take this and I'm putting it there, and that's my turn. So now it's her turn. We discard the 4, and so she gains a pair of bells. Now she's at 6. So she has 6 prayer bells. Now, what does that mean? That means that she gets to perform a meditation unless I can come up with 7. Now, I have 2 here, 2. This I could turn over to get 3. I could turn that over to get 4. That's it. So I have no other way. I have no way to beat her 6. So she automatically wins. I keep on forgetting to put those in there. Refill it. So she automatically wins the veneration or the meditation. And this is where all her bells gets discarded. She used all her bells. And she gets 2 scrolls. Okay, now it's my turn. What am I going to do? So I actually have. I could get this person, which allows me to take 2 bowls to perform a veneration. There is another card that is 1 bowl to do a veneration. I'm going to wait for that card, see how I can get it. And I can get that card. There are a few. Here's an example up here. I can play the herder and draw 2 cards, and I might find that. Or I can do that. I'm not ready to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw 2 cards. Put that over, draw 2 cards, and that's it. Nope, neither one are the one I wanted, but the gold actually is not bad. So now it's her turn. Discard that. Oh, jeez. Again, she gets 2 of a kind with the prayer bell. So she gets 4. She gets 2 pair of bells. That's 4 bells. Oh, so 1 more bell and she gets to do it again. Okay, so my turn. So if I try to perform a meditation, she's going to win because I only have 2, 3, that's it. So I don't want to do that. I don't have a juniper. I have some money. So I have 2, 3, 4 barley that I can spend. So what would I rather do? I need this. So this is actually pretty good. With 3 barley, I get 2 gold. So it's kind of like, it really only cost me 1 barley. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to 3 barley. I'm going to take the 3, do that, and pay the gold, but I get 2 gold in return, and that's that. Okay, now she gets to go. Oh my gosh, a duplicate again. So she gets twice 2 of those. Good, good, good. Now it's my turn. Now, something that's important to note is there are points here. So if I get 3 more buildings, I will get 5 points, which is great. And this is 2. Not that I really want to do that. I don't need any more farms. It'd be nice to have other buildings. I don't have any juniper. If I had 5, look at that, master chopper. Master chopper, if I had, it would automatically give me 4 juniper. This is just a regular chopper. I don't have any money, right? Not really. So I am going to I have 3. I have 3. I'm not going to use any more omen to pay for things. So I can pay for something with 3. And I don't really want the merchant. I don't need that. I know that takes resources. Look through my discard, but I'm just going to play that and get 2 farmhouses. So that gets me 2 barley storage areas. So now I have a lot of these things, but I'm only 1. I already have 3 points. That's how that works. All right. Anyways, that's the end of my turn. Her turn. 3 and 2. She ends up losing 1 ball. Gone. My turn. So it looks like no matter what I do, I am going to end up having to do a refresh. So I'm going to take this, gain 2 of these. Now, because my next turn is a rest, because I took the last of the juniper, I have to suffer the damage of this. So what do we have? I got to give up. I do. I do. I have to give up barley and a card out of my hand. Fortunately, I can do that. So I can turn this over, which is 1 barley. And you know what? I really don't care about the merchant. It's more end game. So I'm going to discard the merchant. And I get a scroll out of that after doing that. And that's the end of my turn. Now I got, since I have all that, I have to redo that. 3, 4, 5, 6. And there we are. Okay. All right. Her turn. 2 and 1. Ends up losing 1. Okay. My turn. I have to do the rest. So what do I get? I get things that are face up. I get 1 bell. And I get 1 barley. And so now we can refresh everything. And that's my turn. So now it's her turn. Now there are no more cards. So if I discard, I try to do this. So the way that this system works, is when she has to perform a quote unquote rest, she takes the card number 1, the bottom card, discards it. It is now out of play, out of the game. Leaves this one here. She looks through her hand and she discards 2 common villagers out of her deck. Now, if she didn't have any common villagers, she'd be getting rid of 2 of her other cards out of her hand. So she loses 2. She gains 2 scrolls. Every time she does a rest, she gains 2 scrolls. She takes the leftmost achievement card. Doesn't get any benefit, but it's gone. It's out of play. So we only have 1 achievement left. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to it. I got to get all the way to 5. She also takes these 2 cards puts it in her hand. We scroll, we move everything down, and we fill it back up. Oh, this is good. All right, so now we let me shuffle her deck. I'm terrible at shuffling, so I have no idea how well this is going to work. I should sleeve it. I did have these cards sleeved. It's just that when I put the light on, they glared so bad you could not see them. So, all right, so there we are, shuffled. Her turn again. 2 and 2 duplicates. She gets 4 bells. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now she has 6. Do I have 6? I do not. I have 3, 4. I could do 6, 7. I could do that. I could do that and win the Venom. I could do that. But I could be getting rid of a lot of cards. You know what? I'm not going to do it. And so she's going to do the meditation. She gets 2 scrolls and all her bell. That's pretty good for the first move. For the first turn. All right, so what I'm going to do is I want to get back positive. So I'm going to take the priest and I'm going to take the priest, turn him over, and I'm going to get 2 barley, and I get a move. I get 2 positive omens, which brings me back down to 0, which is good. So I'm not going to lose. These are negative points when I win. When I win. At the end of the game, I subtract, and I don't want to do that. Okay, her turns. Discard. 4 and a 2, and she gains a ball. Okay, my turn. Let's see. I could buy. This is 5. I actually have I really want to refresh. I want to refresh this. So, all right. So, I don't need this card anymore. I really don't need to get more barley storage areas or farms. So I'm going to take 5. I'm going to take 2. I'm going to take the gold, 4, and one of these, 5, which will pay for this. It's going to end up replacing that card, and I turn it over. And what happens is this particular card is I discard 1 juniper, and I get a temple. I move up the omen track, and I also get an offering bowl. It's pretty good. So I put that there. Discard juniper. I get a temple, which now I'm full, right? Full of temples, and that gets me my total 5 extra points. And what did I get? Oh, move up the track and a bowl. 1, 2, and I move up the track, and I get a bowl. All I need is 3 more, and I can get this achievement and get 2 scrolls. I really would like to do that. So let's see if I can do that. It's her turn. She has a 4. Please don't get a duplicate. Oh, thank God. She loses 1. Juniper, gone. Okay, I still have 1 juniper. All right, so my turn. What am I going to do? Gold is kind of useless. I hate the gold. But I might as well. Why can't I get a card? I would like a card. I could do this and get 2 cards. I think I'll do that. Oh, wait. Yeah. 2 cards. I don't need any. So let me grab 2 cards. What do I got? Ooh, I got a counselor. Oh, there's the great initiate. But I got to spend 4. Oh, well. Okay, so that's the end of my turn. She does a discard. 4 and 2. So she gets her pair of bells. Thank God it wasn't the same. Okay, my turn. Dun, 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 dun. She has 2. I have 3. I'm going to use this to perform a meditation, which I'm going to take these 3. She can't beat me. She only has 2. Perform the meditation. I get 2 scrolls. Okay, her turn. 4 and a 4, of course. 2 pair. Now she's at 6. I can't beat it. I just did it, so she automatically wins. Goes back here, gets her 2 scrolls. She's doing really good this time around. I played this many times, and sometimes she's unlucky, and I'm lucky. But okay, it's my turn. So let me see, if I do this, I can do the refresh. Okay, I'm going to just do the refresh here. That way I don't have to do a rest right away and get all my farms back. Do the refresh, okay. Another 4. So she gets a double. All right. My turn. I'm going to go ahead and do the chopper. I'm going to get 2 of these. And that's my turn. Three and a 4. Nothing. Nothing. My turn. I have to do a rest, so I get my 2 items there. Since this is face up, I get 1 of those, and everything gets turned back over. And then that's my turn. So I'm ready for the next, next turn I can do some good stuff. All right, her turn. 1 and 3, nothing. Nothing happens, nothing. So I did that. I could get another building. I don't need another building. Let's see, what can I do? I have the Great Initiate is better than this Pilgrim. Pilgrim, though, can get bowls. I need something to give me bowls. But I can use gold in place of bowls. It's the same thing. It's kind of a wild card. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go through and replace this with that, costing me 1, 2, 3, 4 barley. And I get to take 1 of the veneration bowls, which I have, and I get to perform a veneration, which is this, the Guardian. So what does the Guardian tell me? What do I have to lose? Oh boy. So I have to give up a card, a resource, and 2 buildings. Wonderful. Okay. Well, the nice thing is it's either give up or take an omen. But look, I get 3 scrolls out of it. Okay, so I give up a card, and I'm going to give up the Initiate. I don't need it. And I'm going to give up a resource, which is a bell, might as well. 2 buildings I'm not going to do. So I'm going to knock this down 1, 2. Return that, and I get my 3 scrolls. This is good. This is good. 1, 2, 3. That was good. All right, her turn. So 3 and a 1. She gets her barley. Okay, my turn. Oh, shoot. What did I do? I put that initiate. She's played. Forgot. All right, so my next turn, I can take, I don't want to get a building. I don't need a building. I mean, I can replace one. So, I mean, if I get a building, I can replace one that's there, but I don't need to. I can replace a face-up building. So I'm actually going to do this. I need to get more of these. So flip over her or him, and it's I get 2 barley and I get 2 positive omen. So 2 barley, 1, 2. I need 3 more to get that achievement. Can I do it? I don't know. 3 and 3, duplicate 4. Oh, 2 pair. What the heck? I'm going to start trying to go up here. So I'm going to, I think I can do it. So I'm going to pay barley. I get a temple, which I don't need. I can replace one though. A temple, and so I go. So I said I had 3 more. So 1, 2, only has 1 more. I get a temple, so I'm just going to replace one of these with the temple and a veneration bowl. Veneration bowl, but it cost me what did it do? It cost me this. And that's it. Okay, good. Her turn. I think I can do it. 3 and 4. So she gets that. Okay, so here is my my turn. I'm going to take this, and I'm going to take the aristocrat and get the positive. Boom. Which gets me this achievement. So now I have this achievement, and that's 5. Gets me 2 more. Oh, this is good. It's turning in my favor. But I have to rest the next turn, which means she's going to rest. All right, so 3 and 4. Let's do that. 4 and 3. She doesn't lose anything, doesn't gain anything, and that's the end of her turn. My turn is, look at that. I get 2. I have to rest, so I get 2 of these. I get 1 prayer bell. I get another prayer bell, and that's it. Oh, and 1 barley. And then I flip everything over. Can't play anything. That's my turn. Now it's her turn. No more cards left. Discards this bottom one out of play. This stays there. She gets 2 scrolls. This is the last 2 scrolls. Discards 2 of these. Actually, they go to the bottom. Discards 2 of those. Takes 2 of these. Fills it. This is her turn. She would have taken a achievement. Thank God I finished it before that. She would have taken an achievement, but she didn't. And this is still her turn. It's not done yet. So she plays that. Nothing there, so she just loses a barley. And I think that's the end. Let me make sure. Let me verify. Since Tara was the second player and she was the last one to take the scroll, the game ends. So now I don't get a chance to get any more points. So let's take a look and see who wins or what the points are. Okay, so she's going to get a point for every resource. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So she's going to get 5 points. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 15 points. So she has 10. Wow, she got 10? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She got 10. 10 scrolls. That's pretty good. And then she gains 1 point for every card she has left. So she has 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. She's going to be hard to beat. 27, I don't think I'm going to do it. So let's take a look and see what I have. So she has 27 points, so I have to beat. So if she has 10 scrolls, I should have 10 scrolls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have 10 scrolls. Now let's see. Now she gets a point for every resource. She only has 1, 2, 3, 4. I counted that twice, so that was a mistake. So she has 26 instead of 27. Now she doesn't compete for resources. Normally what happens is the person with the most resources gets the point there. She gets points no matter what. We have to compare. So we have 3 barley, we don't get that point. We have 4 juniper, we get that point. So that's 1 point. 1 bowl equal, I'm going to give it to me, I guess. So we'll try it out. So we have 1, 2, 12. We don't win on that. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So we have 17 because of the positive here. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. What else? Oh, I made a mistake. I have to turn this is the advantage of turning them over. We'll start the counting over again. So, when I turn this over, I get these resources. So it actually a good thing that I didn't go when I didn't have anything. So we have 2 of these. We don't need any more of those. We don't have to worry about that. I mean, she'll get a veneration bowl if I pay that. Do I want to do that? Yeah, I'll do that. I get 2 more back here. I don't worry about you don't trigger the forest action during this phase. Don't have to worry about that. Don't have to worry about that. Get the 2 resources, 2 gold, and that's it. So, and these 1, 2, 3. 3 more of these. Might as well just say I won on that. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I get 3 of those and 1 of these. All right. So that's how everything gets computed that way. So now we can check. She does not have. I beat her on that, so that's 1 point. Beat her on that, 2 points. Beat her on that, 3 points. Beat her on that, 4 points. I don't know if I should count that or not. Let's see what happens if I don't. So 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 10 is 14. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 points. And these. 25. 2, 4, 5, 25. 25 to 26. Or 27. Pretty darn close. But she won. She definitely won on that one. That was a pretty close game. She won. Okay. That is how you play my solo variant of Snowcrest against an opponent named Tara. So in this case, she beat me by 1 point. And that wasn't on the hard mode. She would have easily beat me because in hard mode you can count these as 2 points each. 2, 4, 6, 8 instead of 4. So she would have had another 4 points. And I mean, she already beat me, so she would have just beat me by like 5 points. Anyways, that's the end of the game. That's how you play. You will find these rules on Board Game Geek under the Snowcrest forum for variant, and I believe it's called Another Solo Variant. You will find a topic called Another Take on the Snowcrest Solo Opponent. And that post is by Helmed Horror, that's me. And there's a link to a PDF of the rules that I just went over for Tara, the solo opponent. So it's something maybe you can play. It's a little more complicated than the solitaire play that comes out of the normal box, but built in with the rules. But this gives you a little more of a little bit of a competition, a little bit of strategy. Like you have to worry about the bells, right? You have to worry about trying to get achievements. So there's some things that you have to kind of focus on that you wouldn't have to necessarily on the solo solitaire mode. I just hope you enjoyed everything, and I will catch you in the next video. Please like and subscribe. If you've made it this far, please subscribe. I hope you like it, and have a good day. Thank you. Bye-bye.